Yo, how we doing, YouTube? Um, Back at it with another video. Trying to be consistent this year. Uh, I do have to go to work. It's literally Saturday, so I don't know how many videos I'm gonna be able to record before I go. Um, I don't know how many videos I'm gonna be able to record before I go, but I'm gonna get through, as many as I can. Um, still going, drop some knowledge. Um, and yeah, today we're gonna be creating our 2026 goals, right? They're gonna be based off of the goals I had from last year, because the goals that I had from last year, just because it's a new year, doesn't mean my goals change. Um, However, maybe while doing this, we'll find a better way, or find a different way to kind of go about that, right? Um, so here's what we're gonna do. I'm back in docs. It's good to see y'all, man. It's good to see y'all. I hope everybody's doing good. I hope y'all are having a good start of the year. Um, Hope y'all ate good. Hope y'all didn't party too crazy. Um, Now let's get into it. So, and normally it's better, right, to write this out in like a notebook, which I will be doing while I'm at work. Um, but it's better to write it out in a notebook. I'm gonna be writing this out on docs, and then kind of maybe copy it to my notebook when I get to work. We'll see how that goes. So, so I think I'm gonna divide that into like maybe like three different distinct goals, right? So we're gonna have um we're gonna have financial financial content and day trading. These are gonna be my three categories for my goals. Um, Dang, why is this all like Arial, bro? Can I? Is there a way that I can make this my default? Like, now on text, whatever. Um, I'm forgetting the most important one. Self mastery. Um, and what I mean by self mastery is more of just like emotional, as well as a self love, and kind of just uh loving my body, and loving me, not the mental me, but I, I don't know how to explain it, bro. But love yourself. I have a TikTok on it. Love yourself. I do need to make a video, but I think that for my videos, I probably need to do a little bit more research into these topics as well, because I'm learning, like just like I'm trying to teach people, I'm also learning. Um, so to give people the best knowledge possible, I need to teach myself before I teach others. So, for my financial goals, self mastery. So, and then the way that I'm gonna do, for these are my, geez, I don't know what I want to say. These are, bro. These are the four categories. Thank you, Google. These are the four categories. Uh, And then another thing, I will be doing these by quarter, by fiscal quarter. So quarter one, January, February, and March, right? I think I'm gonna be working on self mastery, more of making sure that I personally am in a state to where everything else will become easier. I've realized over the years that I've just kind of been building on a horrible foundation with myself. I didn't love myself. That's why I cut my locks, because that way I could, you feel me? I need to see me for me, um, without the hair, without all these other things, and then kind of just go start from the bottom and then work my way back up. So let's see. I will. When I say within 3 to 6 months, um, yes, each goal should take a quarter. If not, it's gonna take longer. By longer, I'll give it 2 months. But like self mastery, that's something that takes a lifetime. But I really do believe that by focusing on this and putting this at the forefront at the beginning of my year, um, that I'll be able to kind of fast track it a little bit and do a little bit and do a little bit more, learn a little bit more about myself, and be able to, you feel me, uh, master that first. Um, I don't. I believe that with your goals, they should be something that kind of like uh, you can you can do, like make it right, make it like it should be outrageous, right? Like your goal should, well, mine aren't outrageous, but like yours should be like outrageous as well as obtainable, and shoot for the stars, and you will reach the moon. But just make just something that you know that, hey, I'm going to be able to do this year. I know I will. I want to. I will. And then give yourself smaller goals in between, and hopefully that's gonna be able to help you like stay consistent. It's all about consistency and discipline. As long as you can tell yourself no, which I've been doing pretty decent at. Only had one soda a day, one 12 ounce soda a day. After that is just straight water. Um, don't know how long I'll be able to keep that up, but the whole year, I'm shooting for the whole year. Uh, and yeah, 3 to 6 months. So for self mastery, yeah, Ariel, bro, I swear. So for self mastery, right? Um, what do I want? Okay, bro, like this is ridiculous. Yeah. And whenever you are writing these goals out, ask yourself questions, bro. Ask yourself different things that might help you see better, like what you really do want to achieve. Because sometimes you might just say, oh, like I want this, right? I want that. But then when you ask yourself, okay, what do you like? You're like, oh, I want to do this, I want to do that. But when you ask yourself, what do you really want? Like in the end, it may not come out to be what you think it is or what you expect it is. So just ask yourself, bro. Um, and then I recommend doing this and genuinely sitting there for like 3 to 5 minutes, no music, just you and your thoughts, and say, okay, like who am I when nobody's around? What do I want when it's just me and it's just my thoughts? What do I want? And I believe that that's the way that you should do it. I'm gonna take that time for myself, prove that you feel me. I'm not just doing this just to do this. I'm gonna even take that time for myself. So I'll be back in 5 minutes. So actually, before I do that, I'm gonna go ahead and write out the rest of the questions for all the other ones as well. So including this one, what do I like that I want? What do I have that I don't want? And by this, I mean what extra baggage are you carrying? Um, a lot of the times, or what I've learned from day trading and stuff like that, is it isn't what you lack that you need to have. It's what you have that you need to lack. A lot of it is emotional, right? Um, what might you be carrying with you from your childhood or from previous traumas and this that you kind of just need to let go of and become your own individual person. Not to say, excuse me, not to say to be insensitive about your traumas and stuff like that. However, I believe that you shouldn't let it define who you are as a person, and shouldn't let it weigh on you or carry you uh, and influence your decision uh, going into the future, because you're a new person, you're trying new things, and this is the way that you're gonna do it. So, what do you have that you don't want? What do I like that I want? What do I have that I don't want? Um, for financial goals, same question, right? What do I have that I don't want? What do I have that I do want? Ask yourself this. For content, um, these are a little bit more specific, right? Like I don't know what I don't know what you have, what you do for content. I don't know what your these two goals are like my personal goals. These two goals might be goals that you have as well, but those two goals are just my personal goals. So like these are things that I just want. So they may be different from you for you. So I'm not really gonna uh elaborate on this part, and I'm gonna let you and you might want to go with the questions that I already gave you. But if so, you feel me? More power to you. But if so, kind of think about your own questions to ask yourself, right? For example, for day trading, um, what is holding me back? What do I know is holding me back? What is something that I think that I need to improve on, or just something like that. For content, um, why am I not being as consistent as I would like to be? Why am I not making as much content as I want to be? Why is my content not uh like performing how I want it to be? Why do I feel like I'm not improving my content? Something like that, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna do these questions for myself, and then after that I'll come back. Okay, so I took out the questions because I realized whenever you're doing this, right, you don't want to just ask yourself questions, but you want to embody it. You want to feel like you're already achieved it, right? Um, because first comes manifestation, and then it comes implementation. First you manifest it, you say, hey, I do this, I have this, I already like you already achieved it, right? And then you just behave in that way as you've already achieved it, and it will come towards you. So this is what I got for self mastery. This year I have the discipline to do the hard things that I don't want to do. I have self control to not do the things that are harmful to myself and my mental clarity. I am focused and goal oriented, and I create more than I consume. I am socially aware and practice empathy with others. However, I am firm in myself and my image and will not tolerate compromises from anyone, including myself. If I say I will do something, I will do it, and I am aware of the intentions of myself and others around me. I am not self-destructive, but the ends justify the means unless I have to compromise my morality to do so. I am charismatic and seductive, charming everyone I meet. However, I do not sell dreams and I do not chase, but attract. I am sexually disciplined and in control of lust, and when I recognize it, I do not act on it. I love myself and treat myself accordingly, and while devoid of pride and ego, I still hold myself with confidence and poise. In 2026, I am the man whose presence is missed when not around and whose lights up the room when is. And so that's kind of just an example of what you would want it to look like. Okay, my bad. But that's just an example of kind of what you would want it to look like. Um, right? And then so for day trading, this is what I have. This year I've mastered day trading, only to realize after mastering myself it was easier than I thought. Because I am disciplined in my life, it is easier to be disciplined on the charts. Because I am patient in my life, it is easy to be patient, have to practice patience on the charts. Because I am patient in my life, it is easy. Okay, my bad. And because I'm quiet and composed in my life, it is easy to stay quiet and composed on the charts and watch the story Price is telling me. In 2026, my life, in 2020, my bad, in 2026, I have mastered day trading and profitable, completely live off day trading as my main source of income. In 2026, I have received multiple four-figure payouts and have made over $50,000 for the year. I talked to TJR personally, whether it's through mentorship or somewhere else, and I have positioned my life around day trading to better focus on my goals. I consistently wake up at market open and study the charts in a state of flow. I do not take revenge trades or full port, and I am profitable in every aspect of day trading, including futures, options, long term investing, and even manage my own personal portfolio with at least $50,000. For my financial goals, in 2026, I am financially literate. I have completely mastered my finances and have at least $1,000 in my checking before the next pay period while I am still working. I do not gamble, and I do not give money I cannot afford to give. I do not take out check advances or loans, and I have paid off my car and student loans. I am financially responsible and have mastered the money mindset through mentors, books, practice, and so on. If I wanted to, I could afford to live in my own apartment or even buy a new car. In 2026, I maxed out my Roth IRA, opened an LLC, created my business, and have at least $10,000 in my savings account. I have excellent credit and can afford to give abundantly to my family. Like all this are is how you should kind of just uh make sure you're saying your goals, right? Like embody them, be them, because you've already achieved it. In 2026, my content has improved drastically and performed amazingly. I have at least 1,000 subscribers on YouTube and 10,000 followers on TikTok. I have an iconic personality and my content is monetized. I started out clipping and editing my own videos, but now I pay someone to do them for me. I have changed people's lives and I am very interactive with my fans. I now stream and talk to them personally, as well as have reactivated my Instagram. I have gotten much love and much hate, but the hate doesn't faze me and the love motivates me. I have gotten messages from people in my past, but have not seriously entertained them and or blew them off. In 2026, I have achieved a lot, and there's a lot more to be done in 2027. So, with that being said, that's how I believe that you should have your goals set. And remember what I said, right? All of these goals, do I need to can I delete that? Will that all be one page if I do? It still won't be. Okay, so, um, yeah, like I said, each of these goals, because I'm going to be like hyper fixated on one goal at a time. For the first 3 months, it's gonna be self mastery. For the second, it's gonna be day trading. For the third, financials, and then for the fourth, it's gonna be my content. Um, Not to say that I won't be practicing these other goals as well while I'm doing this, because I'm definitely going to be, I'm going to print this out and I'm going to be reading this. Just like I need to print out my trading checklist and stuff, I'm going to print this out and I'm going to be reading this every week, every month. I'm going to remind myself constantly what my goals are and where I want to go with this. So, thank you guys for being with me for these 18 to 20 minutes that it is, because still yet I have yet to edit. As I said, I have to go. It's 3:30 right now. Um, I got a 2 hour, 2:15, 2:20, 2 hour drive, 2.5 hour drive. Um, and then I gotta go straight to work. However, the grind doesn't stop. I love you guys, and as I always tell you, if you feel like you failed, it's because you haven't tried enough. All right, peace.